Learn how to make this simple sun hat using 1 yard of fabric or less. You can download the free pattern by following the link in the description below. First, you want to apply interfacing to all of the panels. Then you'll sew the panels together. I found it easiest to do this in one group of 2 and one group of 3. Then you'll sew those together to make the crown of the hat. Now let's get the brim of the hat ready. As an optional step, you can trim the brim and you can trim the seam allowance from the brim interfacing. You don't have to do this, but sometimes it's easier to work with heavy interfacing if it is not getting in the way of the seams. So trimming the seam allowance can help reduce that bulk. Apply your interfacing to the brim of the sun hat. You can use fusible or sew-in interfacing. I only had sew-in interfacing on hand, so that's what I used, but fusible is probably a little bit easier to deal with. Next, you want to fold your brim, both your brim and your brim lining pieces in half and sew them into a circle. Then you want to sew your brim and brim lining together along that outer perimeter. Turn your brim to the right side through the center and press the edges or top stitch to make it nice and neat. You'll probably also want to baste that inner edge together. Now all you have to do is sew the brim to the crown of the hat. You will need to ease the fabric in place as you sew the hat together to keep it from puckering. And you're finished. You have a new sun hat.